Book is called Kidnapped by the Taliban, a story of terror, hope, and rescued by SEAL Team 6. Dr. Dilip Joseph, welcome to KTRS here in St. Louis.
Well, thank you, McGraw.
You were on a humanitarian cause and a trip to Afghanistan, correct?
That's right.
What happened?
So that was my 10th trip to Afghanistan over the past five and a half years. And as two colleagues of mine and I were coming down from a very rural community center where we did some monitoring and evaluation of our medical services, we were essentially stopped by some insurgents on the side of the road.
We're talking what year is this, 2012?
This is December 2012, yeah.
So this is sort of after they went and got Osama bin Laden, and this is after sort of we started pulling troops out and started sort of escalating down or ratcheting down all of the military that was in Afghanistan. What was your goal on this trip?
My goal, as all of my trips, are to train the local health professionals so they could do a better job in what they're doing and caring for their own.
And the Taliban didn't like this idea?
I suppose not. You know, from their ideology standpoint, it's a foreigner infiltrating their culture, and while the local population are very interested in working with us and very thankful for our input, the Taliban doesn't see it the same way.
So you were captured?
Yes.
And you were held for how long?
It was altogether 3.5 days. It was the 5th morning that the rescue happened.
This never made the news, did it?
It actually didn't make the news, mainly because of the first SEAL that walked in and was killed as a result of the mission.
So because there were casualties, this was never really made public?
Probably not too public, yeah, but it was main news for a couple of days back in that December of 2012.
Yeah, Dr. Dilip Joseph, our guest. The book is called Kidnapped by the Taliban. Too much to get into here, but talk to me, Doctor, for a moment about did you befriend your captors or become at least friendly with them in some ways? I
attempted to interact with them and have that human connection, because the last thing I wanted to do was isolate myself or feel pity for myself for being in the position that I was in. You know, certainly going to a place like Afghanistan, you could imagine, in spite of all our security protocol and having worked in that place for 18 years as an organization, this was the first event that we experienced something like this. And so I had no other choice, and I wanted to make that choice of identifying with them and somehow not isolating myself.
And so ultimately you were captured, and ultimately the book came out. Because none of this made the news, how much of the book were you able to tell, and did anybody have to vet it first?
Yes, I definitely had to give it to the right agencies and let people look through it. Definitely didn't want to give too many of the military details, but certainly the book is written from my perspective, and it details very much what happened over those 4 days. And
you owe your life to not only SEAL Team 6, but one of the members who died trying to save your life.
Absolutely.
Yep.
It is the ultimate sacrifice, isn't it, to save someone, and in that regard give one's life in doing so.
Would you ever go back?
You know, McGraw, I would like to, but there are so many things to think through carefully, but my desire would be to continue the work in one way or another to help these guys. Yeah,
it's an extraordinary story, and anyone who picks up and leaves the comfort of the United States and heads to Afghanistan to help, it's a certain type of angel that lives within you. So we can certainly understand this story. Dilip Joseph, Dr. Dilip Joseph. The book is called The Story of Terror, Hope, and Rescued by SEAL Team 6, Kidnapped by the Taliban. Dilip Joseph, any chance of turning this into a movie? Hollywood come calling?
I don't know yet. We'll see how the book does.
We'll see how it does. All right, good. Doctor, thanks for joining us. Have a good day.
Thank you for your time.
8:30 here on the Big 550.